Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We take up another verse from Bhramar Geet by Surdas, who was a 16th century blind Hindu devotional poet and singer, known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. Thousands and thousands of verses were written by this blind man. They have survived for their excellence. He wrote in Braj Bhasha, until considered to be a plebeian language, as the prevalent literary languages were either Persian or Sanskrit. His work raised the status of Braj Bhasha from a crude language to that of a literary one. Surdas was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses. Three other poets worth mentioning in this context are Meera, Kabir and Tulsidas. In Bhramar Geet, Surdas has included verses describing Uddhava, a class fellow and a friend of Krishna, visiting Braj to convey Krishna's message to gopis who had been left pining for him when he suddenly left for Mathura. Uddhav is conversant with yoga and Brahma Jnana and is not even distantly conversant with amor, that is prem. When the gopis, still disturbed with Krishna's departure, emotionally upset, inquire of him about Krishna, Uddhav talks of the formless Brahma and yoga. This irritates the gopis, who rebuke him and later, noticing a black bee in the garden, compare Uddhav with a black bee. Today's verse is a continuation of the taunts gopis are throwing like rocks at Uddhav. Madhubani logi ko pati आई, मुख औरे अंतर्गति औरे, पतियां लिख पठवत जू बनाई. They say that nobody can trust the people of Mathura. They think something but speak another thing. That is why he has written us a love letter, but he has sent it with Uddhav, who is giving us sermons on yoga. Mukh or antargati aure. Inside there is something while they speak something else. Then they compare this situation to the quail and a crow. It is known that quail's eggs are hatched by the bird itself, but the crow takes over and takes care of the young quails till they can go back to their home. So the gopis say, "Jo कोयल सुत काग जी आवे, भाव भगत भोजन जू खवाई, कुहक कुहिक आए बसंत ऋतु, अंत मिले अपने कुल जाई." The crow feeds those small babies But as the spring comes and the koel starts singing her song again, the crow hands over the babies to her. Take care of them. So the gopis say this is a similar situation. He has sent a message to us, but you are delivering us a message of yoga, of Brahma Gyan. Likewise, they say, ज्यों मधुकर अम्बुज रस चाख्यो, like a black bee sips at the nectar of a flower, but then doesn't bother about the flower, he flies away. जो मधुकर अम्बुज रस चाख्यो, बहुरी न बूझे बातें आई, then he doesn't think of coming back to the same flowers again. सूर जहाँ लगी श्याम गात है, तीन सौ कीजे कहाँ सगाई. They say that fellow Krishna, whom we love, for whom we lay down our lives, is dark, and so you, the black bee, are dark. Both of you are the same. Sucking the sap and going away. Totally selfish. We don't trust Krishna. We don't trust his messenger. We reject him. Go away. More and more taunts follow in the following verses, which we shall be taking up later on. Meantime, I would like to say that Surdas combined bhakti and shringar to describe union and separation with an intensity seldom achieved elsewhere. Bhramar Geet is not only one of the most sublime writings on Virha and Shringar, but is also a unique discussion on Sagun and Nirgun Brahma. In the conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, we find a witty repartee and penetrating satire. Surdas as a poet has been rated very high, and not without reason. His verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, but also are rated high for a poet's craft. His language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative similes and metaphors. He is one of the greats of Hindi poetry. He not only enriched literature and emotion and linguistic excellence, but also pioneered a unique tradition in Krishna Kavya. To sum up, Bhramar Geet is a fabulous combination of Virha, grief of separation, Gyan and Bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which Gyan takes a back seat. Here the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, Bhakti and Bhakti alone. The origin of Bhramar Geet lies in Srimad Bhagavata, but Surdas has deviated here and there according to the needs of his genius. After all, he was a poet who knew perhaps his own value. Although he was living as a mendicant, he was given shelter just to write his verses. He was a really poor man, but nothing stopped his genius from leaving for us a treasure of great poetry. We meet again. I thank you for listening to me, for visiting this site. Have a good day.